What's up, Gunplum Modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Models, and today I am going to build this guy. The 1/44 scale, high grade, RGM 89 Jegan, Earth Federation's mass-produced mobile suit, from the Mobile Suit Gundam's Char's Counterattack animated movie. One very, very unique mobile suit from the Universal Century line. I have been seeing this for a long time, and I remember getting a kit like this at the height of when the movie came out back in the very, very early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. Here in the States, you know, we didn't have the now easy accessibility of buying model kits. But I do remember going to a mall in New Jersey. It was a Japanese mall, or Asian mall you could say, and they were selling Gundam model kits. They got their hands on, of course, the Jegan, which was a really cool model to get at the time, but I was not impressed with the overall work on that. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not a big fan of this type of color, because every time I look at that, it makes me want to throw up. Why do I say that? It reminds me of the Star Trek model kits. When Star Trek model kits came out, it came out in this weird neon greenish type color. Don't know if it was meant to be glowing in the dark or, you know, whatever, but it was a terrible plastic that was either warped or didn't stick well when you put glue on. There was alignment issues, and I guess I mentally blocked it and saying I am never going to touch any model kits that's from Gundam. I'm sorry, not Gundam, Star Trek. And when I built that Jegan, I think because back then the quality was not the best, and I disassociated from that line. Didn't buy this high grade kit when it first came out, and now that I picked it up because of two things. One, a renewed interest of the Jegan. Two, we're getting a master grade of the Jegan, so this will be a when I get this and get the master grade, that'll be a side-by-side comparison. And three, it was on sale at Hobbyland Japan, and I got some parts for that. I also have like the other Jegan from the what do you call it, from the Unicorn, when they were bringing that back and doing like the ECOS type custom special ops version of that. But that I still have there in the box, and I have to get, it was a damaged box set, so I should be able to get to that one day. But we're going to work on this one, and this will be a straight build. Nothing fancy. We'll use the stickers that comes with it and whatnot. See how it looks. So let's review the contents, or let's look at the box. Good pictures right there of the Jegan. There's the Jegan going up against the Gyaradoga, the commander type of Gyaradoga. And here are all the gimmicks: the Vulcan gun on the head, the rockets on the waist, the beam rifle, rockets on the shield, the beam saber. This is a cool little kit. This is a 1500 yen, so I got this for like less than $10, but it's like around $14, you could say. Alright, so we have the A plate with 4 colors, I think it is. We have the charcoal, we have the red, the purplish bluish color, a light blue color for the visor, the pink sabers, and you get 2 versions of the sabers, one short, one long. And then you have stickers here. You have 2 plates here for the, I guess, the joints, and charcoal as well. And then you have this really, really disgusting looking green. I'm sorry to say that. Polycaps, of course, and then we have the green armored parts, legs, torso, head, waist, shield, all that fun stuff. Here's the manual. Various versions of this Jegan, by the way. I have the Stark Jegan, which I made last year. And I guess many people will probably be excited to see variations of the Jegan coming out as a master grade. And maybe we'll get other variations. So let's go to this page. Parts guide. We'll be using all the parts minus 3, according to this. And then visually looking at this, we see the assembly of the torso, the backpack, the head, beam rifle, shield, then beginning with the arm assembly. Then from the arm assembly we go to the leg assembly, then the waist, and then putting on the weaponry and the parts and the shield. Here's what the kit looks like fully built. Good posing right there. And I guess during the time when this manual was coming out, it was promoting the other kits coming out as well. This is actually a new version, I guess. Hold on. This is number 97, so wow, this actually came out at the time the Sazabi came out. So this is not an old kit. Actually, postmarked 2009, so yeah, it was like, oh, wow. That's a 9-year-old kit. Was it 9 years since I built this guy? Since we are getting an RE version of this, we got the master grade of this, and I can't say this has been out there for a long time. They pretty much run the gamut on all the Gundam Char counterattack Gundam mobile suits in master grade and high grade. So there's not one out there that they haven't done, unless you want to count that dorpy looking what do you call it, Zaku, that was seen in one episode, in one moment of the series. And then of course here's more close-up details of the mobile suit, placement of the decals, there's markings there, and of course the parts guide if you feel like painting it. There you go. Alright, this should be a fun quick build. Let's begin building high-grade Jegan. Alright, so here are all the parts that makes up the Jegan right now, and we're going to begin with the body and head unit of the kit. So first thing we're going to need is these parts here. Put that one here, like so. And then we take this guy, put that in like that, so it looks like this. Take that, put that there. And, oh, no, the other way. It goes like that. So it looks like that, too. Then we take this part, like this. Goes in there. Oh, no. It goes this way. Like that. Then we put this part here. This part here. And then we close it up. There we go. Alright, that's good. Then we take this and this, flip this down like that, and then this one goes in here, like so. Put that here. And that snaps into place right there. We have this part here, and according to this, depending on the angle, like, well, there's a specific angle that you need to put on, but once you got it right, you put it in like that, and that goes like this. This pretty much completes the torso. Then we have the backpack parts, and there's a couple of polycaps here, which I'm missing one. No, it's one actually. So that one goes here, like that. And these are not polycaps. These are regular plastic pieces, but it has to go in a specific angle, which, if I'm looking at this right, I think it looks like this. Let me see if I'm doing it right. That one goes there, and then the opposite direction. So it looks like this. I don't know if you could see that. It has to point downwards. Okay, so once you got that straightened away, put these two together. Goes in nice, like that. And then we have the thrusters. We have the main thruster here. Followed by the two side thrusters here. I'm liking this vernier thruster design, where there are two small ones followed by one big one. That's really nice. I kind of like that. Then we have these two parts here. One goes like this, and the other goes in like that. And then the vent faces backwards, so it has to go here. Well, before you put it on, there's a little part here that has to line up to this, so that's where it goes. Same thing here. Did I do that right? Yes, I did that right. Yeah, because that's a hole here, and that goes like that. So it's like the backpack bunny ears. Lastly is the head. This one goes up through here, and then we have the red part. Ooh, went over there. How did the hell it get to there? And I forgot to cut this part. And then that goes right into there. So it looks like that. Then we have the blue part. Connects like there. It's nice. The headpiece. Like so. And then you have the little Vulcan gun attachment that goes here. Because in the anime there's only one Vulcan gun head mount. Kind of reminiscent to that of the what do you call it? Excuse me, the Mark II of the RX-78. Yeah, the Mark II version, then the Mark II. And then we might as well put this together. So that goes here, and then this goes here. There you go. That's very nice. I'm hoping to see this type of results even better, with better detail, once I get the master grade version of this. But the high grade looks nice. Alright, this looks cool. Let's move on to the next part of the build. Okay, next part is going to be the weaponry, which is the next thing on the manual. Surprisingly, it's usually the last, but this is an older kit. Actually, not that old. Sorry, I kind of lost track here. I needed another part. PC1. Where are you? There we go. We're going to do this again. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the next part is going to be the weaponry and the shield of the Jegan. Surprisingly, it's the next thing in the manual. Odd, but then again, this was back in the day. Maybe a little changing here and there. So we take this little poly cap and put it right here in this hole, followed by this part here, where it goes in like so. Now these parts, the missile parts, which I believe it goes like, one goes like this, and one goes like that. There we go. Then we have this part that goes like there to cover it up and seal that in. Then you have this part, which of course is not in the manual, but I kind of said, alright, that's kind of normal to have that here. And that completes the shield. It's pretty nice. The beam rifle is pretty simple. 2 parts. Goes in like this, followed by this part, which, goes here. There we go. Simple. And I think I have, when I bought the Stark Jegan kit a long time ago, did it come with leftover parts of this? Don't know. I'll have to investigate. Alright. Beam rifle and shield is ready. Let's move on to the next part of the build. Next part you see here is the parts that makes up the arms of the Jegan. Few parts. We'll begin with this one here. Take this part, put that there. And this one goes here. So it looks like that. We take the bicep armor part. You slide in this little poly cap there, it goes like that. And that one goes here to look like that. For the forearm, you will need this part that goes here. There's a little slot there that goes there. And then we have this part here that goes like that here. Close it up, like so.